Hello? Is this real? Am I real? No, I'm not. Mm. Fun throat noises. Let me. Ah, I was running to the bathroom before I started. So I was marked as AFK. Okay, good. I do have my chat sensor on. Blitz! Blitz! It's Potato too! Whoa! Oh, it's been so long. Oh, it's been so long. I'm doing alright. About half an hour before I went live though, I got a call from the local hospital asking if I was it was specifically asking if I was Tyler's dad. So, Tyler, if you're out there, I hope you're doing good. It's really unfortunate that I got the call that was probably, meant to tell your father that you're in the hospital. Let's talk to Varshan. When one door closes. Ah, I don't remember Varshan's voice. Hold on. Potato is not in class right now. One of my clerks. Was that? That was not his voice. That was not the Varshan voice I. One of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldesion request your presence in Charlayan at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, make your way to the Baldessian Annex at once. Ojika awaits your arrival. That was not the voice I had for Varshan. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ajday the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there's still much and more for her to see. I don't remember Varshan's voice. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Bye-bye, Varshan. To Charlian then. Oh, yeah, my Evangelion story. So I'm going to assume that most of chat is familiar with the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. So back in, I think it was 11th grade, I was in a choir class. And one of the, every term, as an assignment, you had to perform in front of the class a song. Hold on, I'll continue it once we're done with Ojika. Warm and hearty welcome to you all. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Oh, are we gonna see Pictomancer Kryl? Oh, please tell me we get to see Pictomancer Kryl. No, we don't. Okay. But we do have Kryl and Graha. Thank you for coming on such short notice, and forgive us for sending you so soon after your trials in the Void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aaronville! We love Aaronsville. Aaronville. He stopped by recently, you see, and he had asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All you would tell me is that there's someone whom he wishes Elle to meet. So mentioned that there would be tending to business at the studio. Shall we look for him there? Will you go see who's upstairs, Josh? Anyway, so yeah, yes, the plan was performing Cruel Angel Thesis. I did perform Cruel Angel Thesis, but specifically, Amelie's English cover of it. But that's not the embarrassing part. The embarrassing part is I had one friend in this class. And we were talking about what songs we were performing. And he mentioned that he was performing Fly Me to the Moon. I didn't know at the time Fly Me to the Moon as the song famously sung by Frank Sinatra. I only knew it as the ending theme of Neon Genesis Evangelion. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm performing Cruel Angel's Thesis. And he just kind of gave me this blank, confused stare. I was like, what? And that is shame. That is probably going to follow me to my grave. But I have now also immortalized it on YouTube. Let's talk to Cryo. Now then, where is Erinville? Where is my beautiful bunny boy? Show me bunny boy. Give me flame, give me fire, give me the bunny boy I desire. There he is! Oh, it's voiced. Okay. Okay, there he is, but where's his guest?
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
Oh, nothing is more important to me than you, Erinville.
Items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Look, where is she?
But it seems you've lost her.
Erinville, there's no one here.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman.
Look at her! The first Femme Hrothgar.
I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erinville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Okay, a bit, exaggerating.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, And so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Okay, so she's the one exaggerating.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihyolal is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it.
No, the dad ears. Graha.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage.
No one knows anything about Graha's parentage.
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
She's got a point. I mean, I am going to agree.
This is only a rumor.
What's the rumor?
But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
See. You do have my complete attention. I won't even pretend that she doesn't.
We're going to get along, you and I. Tural has no shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
That is a direct hit to Erenville. Oh, that is.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
City Gold Eldorado. Same concept, yeah, but it's a different name. I don't remember what it is in 14. Also, yes, I did defeat literal gods, one of which was threatening the known universe. Multiple of which were threatening the known universe. The game is afoot. A chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation. Mind, there's still a great deal which we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and killed some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed they've been unsettled by some manner of predator. And so, the researchers seek to assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition? The island isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skill against some of the fiercest beasts in Turan. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have a chance to get acquainted. Listen to this music. What are those? Cryo, girl, get some sleep. Look at those eye bags on her. Jesus. Before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray, go on ahead to the island. I will join you as soon as possible. Are we gonna get a preview of Pictomancer Cryo? I hope so. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure our vessel. No, Blitz, we don't get the level cap update until until patch 7.0 proper hits in summer. We still don't have a proper date yet. Can't sleep. She's too busy doing all-nighters to make deadlines. Unfortunately, that is exactly what Kryl would be doing. She is a student of Baldessian. So we have to take a ship? And I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. Hunt! Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent points. I thought that the class update level cap. No. They do come at the same time. I won't be able to be a Pictomancer until 7.0 drops in the summer. But Kryl, because she's an NPC and more important than me, she'll get to be a Pictomancer. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or lag out from the game, this progress will be lost. Item level 660. Okay, I'm 650, I'm fine.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, a white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
You were just talking about killing and eating one of those bears.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
I don't recall seeing any.
He has. Kono's my second older brother, and until recently he was a student in this city.
I don't recall seeing any Hrothgar around
He
here.
went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Fair enough, I guess.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in.
Oh?
He's a doctor
okay.
like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
I'm ready to fight. Yeah.
The researchers should be just ahead.
I can't move.
There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Hey, put in some of the graphics update stuff in here. These things feel like they look a lot cleaner.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah, taste my axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
I'm glad you're staying safe out of the way, Aaronville. And Graha's back there being Black Mage. I think Graha should have stayed. I think he should have returned to being a bard. Thank goodness you come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Hey, aren't you? You are! Oh, the adventurer who saved our star! That our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
It's not by choice, Wu Clement.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Shut up, Graha. I don't need you singing my praises.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Oh, we didn't head over this way in
That's our
Etherfont.
petitioner. Let's go and have a chat.
Hold on, I want to explore a bit. And Cap Cameron, that's where we usually go. Oh no, we do come up this way. The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this.
Nope. Oh, come on, you're limit breaking. Jerk.
Is that all?
See, this is the way we don't go.
Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Beast carcass. And ravaged beast remains, torn to shred by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
There's a meter for the rest of us. I don't even get any meter. And feathers scattered at the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
Roasted.
You
A nice
presume it
medium
seems
rare.
safe to eat.
Aha. Animal shit. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them behind is likely still close
Still
by.
fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home? Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then hey, got one.
Actually, wait, Graha's not using Leyline. It's not a real black mage.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Why can't I jump over that? Oh, that's a nasty.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey. Ah! What is that thing?
It's a parrot.
It speaks?
A cat terrified of a bird. How poetic.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Waklamat.
Right.
There's no purple lightning
So
there.
we're clear. I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
So you were startled.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
No ley lines, no Firaga.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
This isn't Monster Hunter, Wuklaman. There is a Monster Hunter crossover, but this is no Rathalos. Rathalos is only level 70. No ley lines, no Firaga. This man is not playing Black Mage. Okay, we can't blame him for not for not using Firaga. But that's because Firaga doesn't exist in this game. It's just Fire 3.
Shut up already, you blasted bird!
Look out! I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
If you said that sounds like something I don't want to be.
Not good. Quickly, gather together!
Oh.
I've got you.
Do you want to, like, pull us out? Oh, she home ganged us.
That was too close.
Steady.
Graha's playing some weird fusion of Black Mage and White Mage. But it's not Red Mage. For some reason it's giving back to 7 and... You know, it doesn't use, like, the Raga, La, Ja progression. Grey Mage? I guess. Because Medica 2 is a White Mage specific ability. But he also was using triple cast?
Everyone. Who paid for that?
Eventually, it's gonna be Cryo coming in to save us with some Pictomancer spell.
Thank you.
No, wrong way! Run the closer... Dumber than she looks. He's got meat on the brains.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this.
Hey, you don't need to limit break here. That is a sick limit break, I take it back. That was such a cool limit break.
We have you now, you loud bastard!
Throw everything you have at it.
Grandpa, I'm a tank. I don't exactly have a lot to throw at it. I got a bunch of stuff to throw at you guys. There's no way she had the meter for a level 3. Lot. Whatever.
And I had barely limbered up.
You say after dropping LB3 on it? Are you scared of birds?
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Now we carve. This isn't Monster Hunter. We don't get to carve.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Hey.
What a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow
Ukula.
so big or use
Don't
such
turn around.
dirty tricks.
Don't turn around.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me.
Pictomancer Cryo! Yeah, look at her!
How about you?
Moogle laser. I knew she was gonna show up.
Cryo.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
I think she's actually got the texture updates.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin.
Mm-hmm.
Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft.
Clearly, that while we were,
As you
fighting
all
God.
have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Ectomancy.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
Just gonna say hi and dip. Hi, Jasper.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
Yeah, Graha has done that.
What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal.
You've been hinting at it for
It
like
was
3
addressed
patches
to
now.
my grandfather Galuf, and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Oh, okay, well.
Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali.
Okay.
And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
Careful, it might affect life in your stomach.
That.
Trial updated in the codex. Where's the codex again? There it is. Oh, jeez. Pictomancer, look at her! Dragoon. All-arounder. Sorceress. Primal. You also would be familiar with the name Galoof because of all that time I spent in Eureka. Xenos' class is listed as outcast. Oh, fuck you, Xenos. Never come back. I'm glad that when it was time for a Stormblood Ultimate Raid to be announced, they didn't announce it. They skipped Stormblood, so they didn't have to put you in an Ultimate. Fuck you, Xenos. Don't even go to hell, because that means I gotta see you again when I go. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. This leaves the matter of the Calibri. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it here in Charlotte. Last Band. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. They really just named the character Dickon. Boga. I don't know, Boga these nuts, whatever. I don't care anymore. We got bird meat for you, Dickon. Well now, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, El? Can you do something with all this bird meat? Killed a giant colibri. Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Thank you, Dickon.
Come, let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Yeah, you're getting... This is the only good Charlian cuisine.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Oh no. Oh no.
According to Dickon, Intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Zero. Oh no, what have you done?
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
Zero, what have you done?
It's nothing. I can't handle.
You've got this, Wuklamot.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
Grenville, calm down, buddy.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
Mm-hmm.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy.
And you're doing it through a
Including
fist
myself,
fight.
there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us
Among
cannot
us.
be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half.
Mm-hmm. You gonna give me like any more info to go up here, or?
Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural.
Okay.
While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Ah.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
At that Graha, I already technically am.
It's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tuliolal?
Tentative maybe. I need a second sword first.
You don't need to decide right this moment.
I mean, I already have.
but I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
By all means. Second sword, I have at least 10. No, Blitz, you don't understand. I need a second sword for my other hand. I need to be dual wielding. Whether Ukulamat has the makings of a ruler, That's Graha's voice. Whether Ukulamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say. But I do know that she deeply cares for her heart, and for her nation, and for her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. But then it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. Would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. I've got to pick food to take with me. Baba ganoush, caviar sandwich, caviar knaps, Morocco flour stew. How the fuck do you make any of this with bird meat? I actually don't know what baba ganoush is. A traditional Hungarian appetizer, finely chopped dark eggplant spiced with grated cumin and a tamarind. None of that's bird meat. I'll just take the silver. Graha! Coming down. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wolfilmot's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Ra? Nomenon is bound to have some information on the continent. Just the thought of me burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy. I'm not a very strong reader, Graha. We're talking about mysterious lands and unknown wonders here. I'm confident we'll find reports so thrilling as to drive any thoughts of napping. Graha. Look, dude, you don't understand. I'll conk out after, like, the first sentence. I'm not a strong reader. Come on, friend. Let us be off to the archive. Dark Knight hiding your sword. Coward. I assume they used other ingredients. I just don't know how otherwise the bird would be incorporated. It'll just be fastest to walk there. I have a feeling there's a quest step right here on the bridge. Yeah, Graha doesn't understand that I only have the mental capacity to read picture books. Oh, it's Pudding Way. Guess my pudding was needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevered. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know. And yet you're hiding behind a tree, Pudding Way. Oh, look, there's Graha. History, geography, botany, the public archives alone should suffice to provide a solid grounding on Tural. Graha, you're making me do nerd shit! unblemished book. Eorzean cuisine, a history. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrell. Okay, we are talking about this. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1480. Don't mind me, I'm falling asleep. Begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Lomentan sailor named Ketenram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the therefore unknown continent. Ketenram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Ketenram would return to Tyrell several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsolominsa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Ketenram's expedition to Tyrell. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Ketenram's circle, Tyrell largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Graha, why are you making me do this nerd shit? Please. Set me free. Library. Have a pillow anywhere? I'm not... You know what? I've got a perfectly good pillow right here on my back. I don't even need... Okay, hold on, let me... This calls for a good Mountain Dew sip. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrell is no exception. Yet, while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca! Accustomed to Tyrell's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyver. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tyrell. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the wyver is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. William Randa. Tyrelli folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts, and the very first embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Okay, so we're fighting that as a primal. Absolutely. It's not the most comfortable being made to deflect magic and blade alike, but beggars can't be choosers. You know what? Why deflect magic and blade craft when you can deflect nerd shit with it? Okay. I'm halfway there. Surely some of this lore will intrigue me. Graha, you lied. You said that it would all be riveting. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tyrell. The former stretches from east to west, and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler while moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allegans, who rose to power in Aldenar before advancing east into Ilsabar. The movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garlings. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tyrell waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from the frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamulja succeeded in bringing the continent under one roof. As boring as watching cattle migrate, stargazing has light. Honestly, I might go get a bucket of paint and watch it dry. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. Graha, this last book better be so riveting, it takes me into the adventure. I better be sucked into this shit Jumanji style. Blue covered book. That's not good. Oh, it's blue magic stuff. I am actually kind of interested in blue magic stuff. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallachim, a tribe in the distant continent of Tyrell. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I managed to master the Wallachi's art and make the animal's power my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallachim. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tyrell, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Gahati will be eager to know what you have discovered. If you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Oh boy, I can willingly choose to read all this nerd shit again. How may I help you today? State the subject of your research and I will direct you to the most applicable research. Jesus Christ. No thanks. None of that nerd shit. Library satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tyrell, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chat. Oh, geez, that skipped fast. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. Pleasantly surprised to find references to Tyrell within. Are we gonna get Graha Taco without even going to 7.0? I want to see Graha Taco. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? Podos. I do enjoy a good Podo. It's fine. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving Podos. As they keep well, they were a boon to sailors, and it was that same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eos. The book also mentioned a method of preservation which sees Podos repeatedly frozen and dry. The resultant product was apparently used in a stew by people in mountainous regions. I should like to sample that dish one day, that and all the unique cuisines of that vast continent. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tyrell? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. Yeah, no, they listed out, big beastie. I want a fist fight. I can take it. In a fight. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against... Okay. You caught me red-handed, Grahop. Yeah. I was caught red-handed. Fortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rules the skies. I should like to see it with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. Gra, I hate to break it to you, but you did just describe a Rathalos. That's the real king of the skies. Fist fight with my monk level? No, I mean... Okay, fair enough. Alize! Thought I heard familiar voices. Oh, hey, and the guy who likes nerd shit. I often know I'm bullying you in the locker room after class. Fancy running into the two of you here? Well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Radzat Han, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? I'm gonna go fist fight a bird. I'm gonna tackle it out of the sky and just punch its beak in. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tyrell. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Tuliyollal ourselves. The contest. Is Elle the only one allowed to help Wuklamat? There's no mention of restrictions, as I recalled. On the contrary, Wuklamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. Suplex the giant bird! You get it, Blitz! You get it! I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alize, wait! It would seem our plans have changed. If you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the Annex. I know there's a new trial in this patch. Where is this trial? First lore dump, then trial. I don't want a lore dump. I want to go fight like the goddess of having 6 arms and 20 swords, or whatever it is. That's what I want to be doing with my time. Instead, I had to go spend like 20 minutes reading books.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
You don't have time for the whole story, Graha. That's nerd shit.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
As long as I'm not being dragged into like I'm gonna accept it. As long as she doesn't make me like go to the palace and do like boring political shit. I am not a diplomat. I don't know. I didn't have like a funny thing planned. I was hoping it would come to my head. I am simultaneously this top and bottom answer. Never say no to a new adventure, but I'd rather not get in, like I'll win the fight for Wuklamat, but that is where my involvement in this ends. You know, I also do want Graha Taco. Never say no to a new adventure. The plan is to accept, because I don't have a choice, really. I'm going there whether I like it or not.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Aha, very funny.
It's enough to stir me to the core.
Oh, look, it's the statue of Thalia. We kicked it
Life is a
down.
series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk
The
it.
thing. He did say the thing.
Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Graha, I don't need the philosophical bullshit here.
Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Graha, is the idea to pick up 2 swords at the same time? Because that should be your idea. You should pick up 1 sword in your left hand, and then pick up a second sword in your right hand, without putting the one in your left hand. You hold them both at the same time. What? Bancred! You... What do you think you're doing listening in on us? Hold on, I've got to send someone a message real fast. Yeah, just the 14 friend. I thought that was Thancred for a second. Look back, Al, if you're looking for Wuklemat, she is currently with the others in her chambers. Yep, go ahead and get them. Oh wait, no, I gotta go wait for them. Oh, it's making me come in here and wait, not just okay. Making sure Thancred's not like hiding behind any of these. Are you hiding behind this pillar? Thancred, are you a pillar man now? I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's a JoJo joke. That's not the direction I was facing. I was facing the door. Okay, there's Cryo, Wuklemat, and Arendelle. Holy shit, Wuklemat's kind of shredded. I need thick cheese to
You have
this
the look of
ass.
someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I've never been one to turn down an adventure. And also, I long to see Graha Taco with my own eyes.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
Graha Taco is the reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Yes, I was. You two are gonna make me do nerd shit. Alize, back me up here. Don't let them make me do nerd shit.
Alpha no, Alize! What are you two doing here?
I'll stop talking like a
We happened to cross
grandmother.
paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklemat.
Hold on, let me
And
Let
when
me
we fortuitously
show-
met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
I need to show Graha Taco.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville's toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
Graha Taco.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do.
No, Alize would never make me do nerd
We've
shit.
been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Yeah, Alphino would make me do
As
nerd
I
shit.
recall, Kryl, you were the first to
But
stake your
Alice
desire to
wouldn't.
visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This
There
is
you
a
go.
rare
New chat
opportunity,
censored.
and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Oh god, don't tell Tataru.
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loperids.
Do we get to see
Cast your eyes west
Savard
of
on the map?
Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure. Tural.
Nope, Ilsabard is still covered in clouds, alright. Heart of Ember Rod. Stroking softly in biding time, marching forward, left behind. Fire, shadows clash, forgotten footfalls engraved in ash. Fly away, be repaid, for our echoes begin to fade away. Fade away. I love this song so much. Heart of ember, rod of tide, burning brightly, hot and white. Kiss ever, never well, so silence we look at him. I can't hate him for too much. Along the way, there's a lost and fire and They just have all the 12 in the credits. If you haven't done Myths of the Realm, this would be like, this would catch you so off guard. Storm of blood, born from blood of a fallen brothers. Thunder still, also fell. Now we yearn for freedom. In blood, saved in rest, bound by blood, purpose found. Courage thieves, hand in hand, souls of light, forge ahead, forward. Think your man's using mace? I don't know, maybe just the brush being upside down. You want Banker's jacket? That's fair, it's a very cool jacket. I saw your clothes, she dances on the way higher, oh higher. There was a door, made forever sweet. Standing tall in the dark, do we carry on wings of hope, who rise through the night higher, oh higher. Carrying the sun. Cradle us within your arms that go with me. This is my favorite part of the song, which I call being hit in the head with a cast iron skillet for a minute straight. Every step we take echoes in our way. The rain of our face forges sees our way. Fire up all this pain. We will be afraid. Forge ahead. It's hard to play. Know that I'll be there. Forge ahead. Now I'm rise again to another end. When it all begins, we forge ahead. Okay. There's no skip option. Is there? Oh, there is. Okay. I just wanted to sing Footfalls. Now I've got to turn the game volume back down. Lead game programmer was in the credits. Oh, the person in the background, short, black hair, clothed in black. That's not Xion. It's Zero. Unless you wonder about your passage to Tarot, Aaronville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready napkin. May it serve you well on your coming adventures. I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured, I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Knapsack. Research has proven that wearing a knapsack or similar greatly reduces the likelihood of being pestered with questions about how you carry so many items. Used to acquire items. Another cutscene, okay. Meanwhile, in Limsa Lominsa, Oh no.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
Meanwhile, in old Charlene.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
They champions for other.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Ah, it's not gonna let us read the letter.
This will be a mission to remember.
What? Stop looking at me, Fancred. You were looking directly in the camera for that. That was an uncomfortable amount of eye contact to be making.
My friend, we make for Terral.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
They anchor now, the tide is high, a dawn of new adventure is nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond and tread the gilded path beyond. Tomorrow's unknown. Sun Chaser. Build her knapsack and look the part of a seasoned traveler. Promised a boss fight? Let me look it up. Ah, that's where it is. It's because we haven't paid a certain friend of ours a visit. We need to make for Radzet Han. And we need to go do a bit of antics with a certain gentleman. Of duplicity and duplication. Hell, you're just in time to assist with my latest fact-finding expedition. Our recent foray into Charlotte revealed that Pupu's friend was in the company of a Hanish alchemist, yes? As such, I was inspired to do some preliminary legwork here at Thavnair. I contacted my usual sources for local sightings of alien phenomena, but alas, they had none to share. I have thus switched tactics and decided to track down this alchemist fellow instead. Surely someone will have heard tale of an apothecary bold enough to set up shop on a Garlean battlefield. The Inspector and others have been pursuing a similar line of inquiry, yet have found no leads here in the city or at the Great Work. I believe they've moved their investigation to Yetlimad, so I suggest we hurry over and join them. I cannot have that little blue man muddying the waters when we're so close to grasping his master plan. Sir, why are you shirtless? Put on a shirt. Speak with Hildy in Yedlimad. Oh, Hildy. Oh, my beloved Hildy. And Brandy. I can't call you Brandy, that's a kind of alcohol. I've got to find Hildy's voice again. It's been so long. I see the two of you are eager as ever to observe my inspectorial genius at work. Now, the long-term fans are often the most ardent. Fuck, how did I voice Brandahild? I think it was like a more robotic version of Hildy. As a matter of fact, we were just about to continue our investigation into the alchemist we know to have been traveling with Master Pupu's comrade. I mean, that is to say, I am merely following in the inspector's wake. You needn't be so modest, my dear Inspector Brandahild. It is wrong of me to comport myself as an equal to you all in any respect, for I am but a copy, and a flawed one at that. Stuff and nonsense. Clone or not, self-depreciation is unbecoming of a matter of man. Simply, the things you can do are amazing. Oh, I don't know about that. It was you who saved El from certain doom, was it not? Well, not quite as alacritus as mine. Your rapid reasoning is nevertheless quite effective. It is kind of you to accept me, rough edges and all. I only hope my meager contributions are of some small assistance. Too modest by half. These mental faculties far surpass those of the original. That's enough chin-waggling amongst yourselves, I think. Let us spread out and learn what the locals know of this adventurous apothecary. Oh, and there's the stalker. See, we got a Fisher up here. We got Brandhild over here. What do you guys say? Sure. Perhaps if I emulated Inspector Hildebrand's cavalier attitude, I could be of great use in our investigation. Oh, and there's Delian. What do you have to say? Inspector Brandhild is possessed of a brilliant mind. If he were willing to work for the Thavnarian truth, I'd employ him in a heartbeat. The fishmonger. Do I know any apothecaries? In Rathathon? Of course, more than I can count. Not heard tell of anyone peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. Seems like a terrible idea to me, what with civil war waging and the world almost ending. The situation's improved in recent days, but even so, the Radiant Host still has to provide security for cargo shipments. A lone merchant traveling there alone? Impossible. That is not a house I can enter. Ah, merchant. I know many merchants who travel abroad to ply their wares, but none who have business in Garlemald. You'd have to be mad or desperate indeed to consider setting up shop in that troubled land. I mean, word is we've signed some kind of trade agreement with Garleans, but it's still not the kind of place where one simply wanders in and opens a street stall. I like how the knapsack leans to one side when I've got my sword and shield out and I'm running. Yes, I know the one of whom you speak. A fellow fisherman told me about a friend of his, an apothecary who set off for war-torn Garlemald with those medicines. A reckless fool, if you ask me. I've no interest in the affairs of such men, but you do, I take it? If so, I suggest you head to Usabi and hear the tale for yourself. Look for a red-haired lad there selling shellfish. Oh boy, are you gonna... Is that red-haired lad going to be selling seashells on the seashore? Actually, no, they're selling shellfish on the seashore. It's not even a tongue twister, and I tongue twisted myself. Really? There's a Heartless right there. Okay, no longer. Ah, Elle, I hope your questioning has borne fresher fruit than mine. Oh, there's the stalker. Oh, a good friend of the alchemist in question, you say? Then let us gather the troops and pay a visit to this felicitous fisherman. Oh, and there's the stalker. The story of my apothecary friend. Oh, you must mean... Baharasov. Well, I was near enough to calling it a day anyway, so here's what I can tell you. Bahasarov comes from a very poor family, and growing up, never had much in the way of money or possessions. I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand at a succession of trades, he decided alchemy would earn him the most gil, but his stock never sold as well as he had hoped. So when he heard about the internal strife in Garlemald, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely the middle of a war was the best place to sell medicines? More like the best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up on his Garlemald venture, but while one would have expected him to return lamenting his ill fortune, Baharasov was practically euphoric when I saw him again. A God's given blessing he had found in the snowfields had given him much cause to celebrate. He'd said he'd learned how to create gold. I must admit, I laughed at first. But then he showed me a gleaming mountain of stuff, enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Von Hootie, a word which brings to mind the mountain. Oh wait, is this the dude who like that evil doctor dude's been working with? A name I have heard. He's the rising star in the markets, is he not? One snapping up commercial ventures left and right? Huh. Yes, Von Hootie certainly has made his ambitions known here in Thavnair, especially when he attempted to purchase the entire port of Yetlibad. The dockmasters declined to sell, of course, but when it comes to buying historical landmarks, a bottomless purse can open surprising doors. Last I'd heard, he'd converted the Gilded Eria into a private abode and has been filling it with every rare treasure his gold can secure. He pays out particularly large sums for artworks depicting the goddess Asura. I remember him being a fervent worshipper of hers, even as a child. This is exactly where we want to be, because that is both the name of the trial and the primal we are fighting. Just both name dropped in the same breath. Asura in the Gilded Eria. I've encountered much of Manusia and Murga lore in Ratatan, yet I recall no mention of this Asura. Well, that's hardly surprising. As a deity of war, she's not well loved by the common folk. Aristov is different, though. He sees life as a constant battle to amass wealth, and it is to Asura whom he prays for victory. And damn me if she didn't listen. Once poor boy became merchant royalty, a man far too rich and important now to afford more than a fleeting moment for simple fishermen, and those who were once dear friends. If you'll excuse me, I really must leave it at that. These clams won't sell themselves, you know. I'll buy your entire stock from you, sir. This information is worth more. I don't know what I'm gonna do with clams, though. How about that, eh? Our sought-after apothecary and the upstart merchant prince were one and the same. Oh. Might we assume the blessing he stumbled upon in Garlemald was a certain alien oh wait, no, this is Brandheld. Might we assume the blessing he stumbled upon in Garlemald was a certain alien craft and its occupant? Sorry to intrude, but aren't you the hero who helped us when folks were turning into beasts? Yeah, it's me. Nasty-looking creature just showed up outside town. One of our guards went to confront it, but I don't like her odds against that thing. This sounds like a case for Inspector Hildebrand. Come, friends, let's investigate forthwith. Hildy, I'd hate to break it to you, but you are not exactly one for wielding sword. I have a gun if you want to use that. Oh, it's you again. I thought you destroyed that monster. I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive, so I thought it prudent to investigate. Regrettably, he has proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times must we teach you the same lesson, shiny skull man? Hold on, let me grab the clip. It'll be just a second. Actually make sure it's unmuted before. I hope this works, but hoping things works never usually works.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Okay, cool. Thank you for the voice acting, SpongeBob of Rectangular Pants. Lesson? What are you on about? Bah! Cease this babbling and get out of my way! Lord Van Hoody's orders are to cause trouble at the port, and I'm running behind schedule. Van Hoody? The merchant who tried to buy Yerlibot. So he put you up to this. Curses! How did you manage to do so dastardly plan? You just blurted it out. Silence! No one who learns for skin can be severed to live. Prepare to be squashed, meddlesome worms! Oh, okay. Get frame one, idiot. Oh, there's an army of them. 3 more sinister skullmen! Is the doctor a quadruplet? Oh, hey, Julian! Oh, they don't know what they're in for. This is what happens when Dark Knight is the DPS class. Mother! Vexatious vermin! This will soften you, Appa! That is a spike ball. Baseball? Home run! Ah! The lucky hit! Godbert, do you want to put clothes on? Alright, you want to play this game again? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Hildy, do you want to throw that? Nash is just walking away. One last pitch! It's baseball time, motherfucker! Come on. Home run, Al! Home run, Al! Come on! Unlimited heavy special! Let's go! Let me hit it, hitting it back into him? Yes! But that was my fastball! I've come to expect father's sudden appearances, but what brings you here, mother? A proposition from that merchant Von Hoodie, as a matter of fact. I'm accompanying your dad as manager for Manorville, and we were just on our way to the Bloke Mansion. Now, I've already refused Master Von Hoodie once before when he tried to buy out our commercial empire. This time, however, the deal concerns offloading a quantity of gold at wholesale prices. It is quite an attractive offer considering fine jewelry is our stock in trade, and we thought to at least listen to his proposal. But if he would purposefully command his lackeys to disturb peace of a public port, you can't do business with a thug like that. Absolutely not. Where did all those lackeys come from in the first place? They're a hulking, weaponized brute manufactory around here somewhere. Oh, he's coming back around. Oh no, that's Poo-Poo's ship. Ah. They suspected. I forgot. What was Poo-Poo's voice? Hold on, let me have a try. As I suspected, my ship's vaporization beam is configured to expunge only replicated matter. You can copy inorganic materials as well. How interesting. Once the matter duplication facility has analyzed an object molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. Yet it cannot create matter from nothing. A requisite supply of ether must be on hand to facilitate the process. Oh, you sure do know a lot about a lot, Inspector Brandehild. Even alien starships. It is no great achievement. As I mentioned, the gaps in my knowledge were... A stupid cough in the back of my throat. It is no great achievement. As I mentioned, the gaps in my knowledge were patched with data from the starship's own archives, which included the vessel's full schematics and functions. Assuming I understand this correctly, is it possible that Hootie is using the repaired alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold? We share the same suspicion, Master Delia. To my knowledge, no other method exists that can reliably produce precious metals. Of course, 'tis the obvious conclusion. Alright, that was normal, Hildebrand. That being the case, one might further assume that Von Hootie is either threatening or deceiving Master Poo-Poo's comrade in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology. Our course of action is clear. We march right up to this gold spawner's front door and demand the release of his extraterrestrial hostage. Oh yeah, we did get confirmation. There's going to be more Hildebrand quests with Gontran. Must confront this malicious merchant at once. If you're hard set on confrontation, then you may as well come with us. Von Hootie's invitation included a private airship flight to his new estate. Aye, we still need to formally reject his deal anyways, and his pilot will be waiting. Godbert! Yep, this is the quest with, that unlocks it. All I had to do is I looked up the... I looked up the name of the trial because I knew that much. And I saw that the required quest was Gentleman at Heart, and I knew it was Hildebrand stuff. I ate another fry. Shall we be on our way? We're to meet Von Hootie's pilot atop the rise just south of Kajia's footsteps. Rathalos Mount. You know, I saw the word gentleman and I knew it was Hildy stuff. Fuck, that was a really good cutscene though. Lord Godford, Lady Julia. And entourage. Pray excuse our presumptuousness. My son and his companions insisted they come along, desperate as they were to meet with the illustrious Master Von Hootie. I see. One moment, if you please. Lord Von Hootie should be glad to welcome you all to his home. Pray step aboard and I shall take you there directly. I'm eating more fries. They're really good fries. What's that? Welcome, honored guests, to my humble abode. I trust the view is to your liking. Since you traveled all the way from distant Ul'dah, a pleasant backdrop to our talks was the least I could provide. And what an unexpected boon this is. I had been debating when to extend you a personal invitation, but now here you are, like a wish come true. Hildy, buddy. Alright, sure, okay. Save your act for the magistrates, Von Hootie. We know the secret of your ill-gotten gold. You will cease this exploitation of alien technology and release your hostage into the care of Master Poo-Poo at once. Unraveled all my schemes, have you? Good, I needn't waste my breath on tedious explanations then. This is Master Poo-Poo, I presume. I do have his fellow alien here with me, yes. As for exploiting their technology, I freely admit to duplicating, quite frankly, obscene amount of gold, but that was merely the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapons in existence. Would not the world itself be yours for the taking? Let's get straight to the point. I want you at my side. With the vaunted warrior of light as the template for my clone army, we could conquer this and every other land in creation. I refuse, categorically and emphatically. That's how you say that. A pity, yet I anticipated you would prove an impediment to my ascension. Yes, it seems the time has come to test Luge's ritual of manifestation. All was prepared long in advance of your coming. This tower holds not only mundane treasures, but also caches of crystals. As for the requisite congregation of worshippers, well, I had but to clone myself. After all, who is more devoted to my cause and my goddess than me? He single-handedly Divine Asura, take up thy blades and wage war upon mine earthly rival. Fuck, that voice is killing my throat. Nay, Hildebrand. Against a primal we may be more hindrance than help. We dare not remain within its sphere of influence. Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal. Alright, motherfucker. 1v1 time against a war goddess. Let's go! I'm not soloing this. There's no way in hell I solo this fight. The Gilded Orion, now accessible. Let's hope Q is relatively short. No, I'm not solo like this. Okay, so she's only got 6 arms and 6 swords. False Manusia Asura. She does also have 3 faces, which is a bit of a turnoff, but okay. Yeah, so do I, bitch. That sounds like a tank buster. Nope, that was a raid fight. Terrible call on my part. Oh, what the hell? Okay, this is a tank buster. Yeah, your tank buster does shit to me. Get fucked.
You've not time to blink.
Oh, I'm blinking. Oh, okay. Okay, there's no way that they don't invert these mechanics. Like, later in the fight, there's no way these mechanics don't, like, get inverted. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I just realized the ninja's name is Thick Senpai. Just like Cologne. Why did I get hit by that? I glowed red, so I guess I get on blue? Okay, yeah. This is my first time doing this fight, but I don't know, I think it says something that I haven't tried yet. I've only taken, like, I've only been hit by a few of the attacks. Okay, we made it to 50%. Ooh, that's brutal. Yeah, I knew there was no way that they didn't rotate some of these mechanics. Is execution the line? I think execution is the line. Nope, okay. That execution can just change itself. Okay, the white mage is down.
The face of battle is ever changing.
Okay, 25%.
Is your downfall. I will scatter your bones.
I should have saved Divine Veil for this.
You've not time to blink.
Blade scatter. Okay, that's this one. There we go. Get fucked. Thank you, my co-tank. Good show, El. It would seem you thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. And even as we speak, Mother and Father should be informing the Radiant host of that despicable Von Hootie's wrongdoings. The Binasura defeated? Turn the wheel, we flee for now. Nuh-uh. Who was flying the starship without my permission? That treasure is mine and mine alone. Called your vessel, Master Poo-Poo? No, I did not. It's my friend's ship. Poo-Poo! Sue! At last, the moment of sweet reunion is at hand. I am so relieved to see you safe. Likewise, my friend. But why did you open fire on the airship? Didn't that man help you after your crash? He did. At first. He pulled me from the wreckage and saw to it that my vessel was repaired. So in return, I replicated whatever trinket he desired and taught him the basics of starship technology. That resolved to be a terrible error in judgment. When I was infected by one of the star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of my weakened state. He seized my ship, flew me out to the jungle, and left me there to die. Slowly, agonizingly, I was able to synthesize a cure for my affliction, and then I came back to reclaim my property. This experience has led me to conclude that the dominant sentient life forms here are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited to peaceful cohabitation. We must launch a full-scale invasion. It is the only way to guarantee our survival. No, they are not all like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. Oh yes, they're all smiles until they laser you in the back. You have to strike first before they show their true colors. The ship's reactor core has been breached. If it explodes, everyone in the vicinity will be atomized. And we're all in the vicinity. Brandehild, no. Oh god, he's in the math dimension. Run, Thaliak's gonna get you. Think, damn it. Think. If I'm to stop the explosion, I need to traverse the considerable distance to the airship, but I can conceive of no logical solution. So think of an illogical one. Inspector Brandehild, you must employ my father's mighty moves to propel me into the vessel. I too have calculated that Lord Godbert's signature techniques are our only means of achieving sufficient propulsion. But there's a flaw in your proposal. I lack the strength to properly perform the throw, and I have no time to teach you the starship's controls. Inspector Hildebrand, it is you who must fling me! Skyward, as only a Manderville can! You missed, didn't you? I lost my grip. Given my trajectory and velocity, the correct shift and posture should generate enough lift and precessional motion to... Yes, I can still make it! Are you going to go the long way around the planet? Oh no, you're going to boom it. We should all probably still get out of the vicinity. Oh, eject. He's trying to put in the password as 1234. Too late. The reactor is going critical. There's only one way to save the day. There's only a Manderville can. Inspector Brandehild! Our brief time together was more than any defective clone could ask for. Be well, my friends. Saving the day is only a Manderville can. Godspeed, Brandehild. Is this case closed for Inspector Brandehild? I mean, he's a Hildy clone. He's got to come back down. Nay, my loyal assistant. As a chip off the old gentleman, our dear Brandehild has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again, mark my words. Saving the day as only a Manderville can. You rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you with high-intensity plasma blasts. Even at the cost of one of your own, only I could make amends and earn your forgiveness. But alas. There is naught to forgive. With his blocky constitution, Inspector Brandhild will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Master Poo-Poo, you are a friend of ours. And what are a few minor plasma bursts among friends, eh? Our home planet. It was lost to the phenomenon you call the final days. We survived only because we were away exploring the cosmos at the time. Our explorations, which had heretofore served no purpose but curiosity, shifted to a search for safe haven. We visited countless stars, but all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on any suitable refuge we could find, whether it was populated or not. If the native beings were hospitable, we would live peacefully alongside them. If not, we were prepared to claim a new home by force. So, it was that I arrived at your miraculous planet. Lulled by the apparent absence of metaphysical chaos, I blundered into a mundane war zone where I was promptly shot out of the sky. As you already know, having fallen behind during our search, I hurried here when my communications received no answer. That was when I met you, Inspector Hildebrand. I was touched by the despair of the final days are reduced to beasts. Given our savage willingness to invade your star, I would think that, in a sense, we fell prey to that despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with you generous people brought me to my senses, an outcome for which I am profoundly grateful. That said, there's nowhere else for us to go. Would it be too much to ask for us to live here on your star? Well, of course! You must stay! You know, we got the perfect gazebo in Idleshire for you to live in. And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel. Oh no, he's gonna get cloned again. Oh. Mommy! No, Inspector, not again. Wait for me. Oh, never a dull moment around our Hildebrand. At least we needn't worry if the ship crashes, not with an impervious Mandervillian on board. Ah, funny you should mention that. Upon reviewing the Manderville family tree, it was made clear that a lord without heirs of his own passed the name to an adopted child several generations ago. Are you saying that you and your son are not direct descendants of Godbrand, the alien progenitor of the Vanderbilt line? How do you explain your unnatural sturdiness? When it comes to building strength and perfecting gentlemanly technique, it is not one's lineage which matters, but rather the unbending conviction within one's heart. Though Godbrand's bloodline be broken, House Manderville shall live on through us. If the begoggled boy can't swallow that explanation, also her talk of some unseen power driven by feelings in him. Could be that you and Hildy have tapped into that cosmic essence. They're talking about fucking Dynamis. Oh, if that's the case, then you must be positively swimming in it, my dear. Godbert has seconds to live. Nothing appears to be under control here, so let us return to the city, shall we? He'll be enjoying a nice glass of tea as he's being whisked off to, probably Tuliolo. Once more do I find myself hurtling at superlative speed toward an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case for Hildebrand, Agents of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I'm still eating these fries. They're really good fries. Thanks to an enlightening conversation with Master Poo-Poo on the way back, I believe I have the answers required to proceed with our weaponsmithing project. I trust the endeavor yet holds your interest. Pray inform Master Geralt of your willingness to assist, and my hammer and I shall make all haste to the High Crucible. And with that, I bid you good day. Thank you all for looking out for our beloved son. I'm sure him and the blocky lad will be back for more cases before you know. I don't know about Brandhild. I don't know, because they don't tend to reuse characters. I mean, I guess they reuse the Stalker dude, but... You've gone above and beyond for us, Els, so I'd like you to have the one replicated starship we made. It doesn't have the duplication facility or other such technology on board, but it will carry you through the skies. Use this key to call it whenever you wish. As for the two of us, we've decided to get to know our new home better by embarking on a journey of exploration. And so, this is where we must say our farewells. Thank you for everything. We are fortunate indeed to have met you. Seems Poo-Poo wasn't planning on an invasion after all. He tried to stop his friend from launching an attack. I'm calling an end to this investigation, Al. Your unfalling support during this entire ordeal has been most appreciated. Thanks to you, I was able to observe the inner workings of Charlene and travel to the surface of the moon in search of the truth. And when my own conspiracies threatened to blind me, you were there to open my eyes to the true shape of things. But this world yet harbors its share of strange and inexplicable, not the least of which is the source of Hildebrand's impossible physiology. not an alien, then mayhap he's the product of a hyper-advanced civilization from the distant past. Ooh. Hey, you wanna follow me somewhere, Delian? The descendant of some gruesome biological experiment? Someone needs to plumb the depths of these unexplained phenomena, and I am the very man for the job. UFO identification key. Thin rectangular piece of some unknown material. Placing it in your UFO will magically bring the starship to life. A gentleman to walk with me, orchestrion roll. Are we gonna get the credits one last time? Alien blood never flowed in their veins. Their source of strength and enigma remains. A dynamic folk, their clothing bespoke, a gentleman and family, the good house man for them. A true inspector is born from the heart. La 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 la. Oh, and there's the Loporits, there's the Stalker, there's Delian. And there's me, chasing after them all. And there's that poor Koblin that's been just absolutely shit on this entire thing. Name Hildebrand, yeah, was adopted at some point. Post-credit scene with the stalker dude. He's doing like some One Punch Man training. And there's Hildy. Oh. I thought he was gonna be hit by it. Who's it gonna be? He's got his camouflage branches. It's Brandahild! Identify Flying Gentleman. Did I get a title for that? No, okay. Well, let's go visit Geralt. Resonating with perfection, you will receive a Manderville weapon for Pal. As Pally. Ah, Drunkle, it's been so long. A drink just for you. It's water, I'm sorry. I'm still a few months too young to be chugging out back the beers. I hear Goldbert's finally figured out how to perfect his alien weaponry. About bleeding time, eh? We shall inform his lordship that you are eager to begin. Oh, and Julian. At long last, El, the end to our arduous yet most rewarding weaponsmithing journey is finally in sight. And a bloody expansive journey it's been. That's why I'm here not as a dutiful wife or doting mother, but as a concerned senior partner of Manderville and Manderville. Our company's footed the bill for all sort of extravagant materials and expert assistance, not to mention the rent we're paying for these high crucible facilities. Even if this is the final stage of the process, there's only one Manderville weapon out of how sought and many. Our side business in replica weapons ain't exactly booming neither, so I reckoned I needed to come and gauge the value of continuing this venture with me own two eyes. So let us offer our full cooperation to my business partner, as she oversees proceedings. Now there's a sight. Seems his lordship lost his cocksure composure. What happened, Goldberg? Weren't you just telling me how your ridiculous wealth made you free to craft whatever you pleased? I'd be on my best behavior if I were you, Master Geralt. After all, your considerable remuneration is one of the many main expenditures Lady Julian will be scrutinizing. Let us move on to the topic of armament augmentation, shall we? Unsurprisingly, the key to perfected weaponry lies in the application of the perfect oil, a substance known as ultramanderville. This superlative lubricant will serve to maximize ethereal conductivity. Again with the creeping oils. And as one might have predicted, ultramanderville's main ingredient is derived from yet another incredibly rare meteoritic material. Cosmic crystallite, it is called. When it came to the method for extracting said ingredient from the meteorite, however, my ancestor's relic was conspicuously devoid of instruction. Thus did I consult with Master Poo-Poo. Thanks to his encyclopedic knowledge of alien civilizations, he was able to furnish me with the requisite technique. I must say it is a rather unorthodox process, and one I cannot complete alone. It shall necessitate the involvement of everyone present. I don't like the sound of that. What pompous nonsense are you meant to foist upon us this time? Though nothing too terribly taxing, I assure you. All shall be explained in due course. Ere we can begin, we must tend to the tedious chore of procuring crafting materials. If you would pray acquire the crystallite through our usual tombstone-hungry vendor. We shall require 3 goodly chunks, one for the oil's main ingredients, and the others to reshape the weaponry itself. Yes, I should warn you that these advanced Mandervillian techniques will not only enhance your armament's properties, but also greatly alter its appearance. In anticipation of such wondrous transformation, let us hurry to our tasks. My final cry. How much do I have? Not nearly enough. Jabroni. This extremely rare form of crystal-based achondrite is infused with ether from its journey through the cosmos. Theoretically, its energies can be extracted in the form of highly refined liquid essence. I will be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom. Sorry, I've been back for a minute. I was just researching something. Okay. How much money do I need? I need 1,500 of these light green, elegant tomestones of causality. And to do that, for the next hour, we are going to be running the dead ends. It doesn't offer the most tomestones, but it does offer something that I want to pick. Also heading to Old Charlotte for something. Deja vu and not the Usabi kind. Yep. We've done it 3 times before and we're doing it again. And now we just kind of wait for Q to pop. Oh, just like that.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered. Until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
Ooh. Ooh, I may actually not make it to 4 hours. I may call it after this dungeon. Usually takes about half an hour. Just shy. May call it 3.5 hours. Good stream for 2 weeks off. I'd say, you know, the plan for tomorrow is, Rejuve, but every time I talk about, you know, streaming tomorrow, something stops me for like 2 weeks. So, you know, I'm just not going to mention it. I'm tired a bit. I didn't sleep super great last night. I woke up at like just after 5. 5 this morning. This is super late in the fight to be dropping your tank buster.
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all. In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the self-same lives it had saved. Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost. They tried to buy peace with fire and steel.
I'm actually probably not gonna go to bed or go lay down. Once I'm done, I'm probably gonna go get myself some lunch. I made a really good burger for lunch yesterday, and I'm thinking I may just make it again. This is a really good burger. Jesus, we're just cutting through this boss. Just eating fries? Well, yeah, but fries aren't a meal. And then I'll keep, you know, grinding for tomestones off stream, because the tomestone grind is not the most enjoyable thing to do on stream for anyone involved. They are if you order enough. It wasn't enough price for it to be a meal.
And when one asked, what is the point? There were none left to answer. Farther still existed a star without strife. Where none remembered life's trials or its joys. What its people had gained from ease, they lost to apathy.
You know, usually this dungeon takes like twice as long. We are just butter smooth going through here.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts. Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
I guess it's, you know, pretty easy when you're running with the 2 highest DPS jobs in the game. At least I'm pretty sure that's still Samurai and Black Mage.
Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily ever after.
Starboard. No starboard. That was a super quick run. But yeah, I'll do more of that off stream, and then when I finally have the requisite 1500, we'll swing back here, and then I know pivot probably into Reju. Yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow. Fucking, if I say I'll see you tomorrow, then I probably won't be live for another 2 weeks.